Hey, we have been living here in Saskatoon for 2 years. Yup, 2 years already. Well, was it worth living our life in the Philippines for what we now have here in Canada? Let me share with you a little portion of how our life has been here in the land of the living skies, Saskatoon. But before that, if you were new here, hey, my name is Kimmy. My family moved from the Philippines to Canada and landed as permanent residents last December of 2022 through the SINP and Express Entry. I have shared videos about our immigration process, and most recently, I have been sharing about how our life is now as immigrants here in Canada. And if you have been here before, welcome back and thank you so much for coming along. Hey, friends, how's it going? I am just out and about today. Not yet, really, because I'm still here in the parking lot, but I haven't been anywhere yet. But I'll just be out for a quick grocery run, and yeah, it will be just more of a car chat today. I was supposed to make a vlog last week, but both my girls got sick. This mama was exhausted. I was drained. I was not physically drained, but I was just overstimulated and I'm just disoriented. But yeah, both of my girls are feeling better now, but they're still not feeling 100%, but that's okay. We are getting back on our feet, and yeah, I don't know what to say. Anyway, Happy New Year, guys. It's still January. I took a long holiday break, but we are back to regular programming. Char. Anyway, we have been living here in Saskatoon for just over 2 years as of posting this video, and honestly, since moving here, our life has become simpler. Is it better though? Well, that's subjective. Generally speaking, life in Canada has been good. Brian and I were able to find jobs that provide us with a decent paycheck. And if you are planning to move to Saskatoon, the best tip that I can give you is to manage your expectations when it comes to job hunting. Finding a job here can be both easy and challenging at the same time. There are plenty of easy to fill jobs that pay minimum wage, and on the other hand, securing a job in your desired field might be quite challenging, especially if you don't have a Canadian experience, but it's not impossible. And if you're in the medical field though, I believe you'll have more employment opportunities when you get here. At least that's based on what I've heard. We arrived in Saskatoon in December of 2022, and the first thing that we did was buy a car, but unfortunately it turned out to be a mistake as it was repossessed by the bank in January. We had paid in cash, not knowing that the seller, where we directly bought the vehicle, still had an outstanding loan on it. But yeah, aside from that, we enjoyed the holidays as well when we got here, and we also registered our daughter for school. And one great thing about education here in Saskatchewan is that both public and Catholic schools up to high school are funded by the provincial government, so they're both free. In most provinces of Canada, or most provinces here in Canada, only public schools are free until high school. And that's the car. The same month in December, we also signed our lease contract and moved into the apartment, the same apartment that we're still living in right now. We moved in here January of 2023. So in January of 2023, there was nothing much that happened. We were mainly settling into our apartment, shopping and ordering for furniture, and our daughter officially started school after the winter break. And then from mid-February to March, we started job hunting. We signed up with the Saskatoon Open Door Society, or SODS, for employment assistance. I almost forgot what it's called. But yeah, through them, we had a one-on-one coaching session via Zoom on how to prepare a Canadian resume. SODS also sends out or regularly sends out lists of job openings. However, the day after my coaching session, I received a call for an interview with the company that I am still working for now, although I'm on maternity leave. But yeah, I'm still with them. As a result, I didn't update my Canadian resume anymore. But fast forward to March, I started working, and in April, we finally purchased another vehicle, and that stayed with us. We finally had one. It was so hard without a car during those times because it was winter. But yeah, and then in May, Brian started a job as well. That was his first job here in Canada. By June and July, we had fully adjusted to the Canadian life, if you may. Both of us were employed, and we began figuring out our budget, comparing our salaries versus the expenses like groceries, bills, and other costs. Before we were employed, we lived off the funds that we brought from the Philippines. So our spending habits were quite different back then. And then once we adjusted our budget, we were able to afford a vacation to the Canadian Rockies in August, and we also went camping in Moose Jaw. It was our first camping experience here in Canada, and if I remember it right, that was before our trip to Alberta, so that would be July, and then our trip to Alberta was August. Life was steady at that point, and then in November, we found out that I was about 8 weeks pregnant. And I was due to give birth in July of 2024. After we knew that we are having another baby, it was the preparation for the baby. Then the usual holiday season rolled out. So, yeah. Now, after a year, that time, I can confidently say that we've fully adjusted to living in Saskatoon. Of course, there has been some budgeting wins and fails, but overall, we have been doing okay, and life has been fairly smooth for our family. It's getting dark already. I'm at a different grocery location. But let's jump on to 2024. So, by the end of March that year, my husband resigned from his first job and started his new job at the beginning of April. His first job was actually great. It paid well, but it wasn't really on his field of work or field of experience. He wasn't actively looking for another job, but he kept his eyes open for opportunities, and that's how he found his current job. We also swapped our car, upgrading from a compact SUV to a mid-sized SUV, which is this one. And yeah, because we needed more space, we needed more cargo space for the stroller, because the old one, if we put the stroller there, there's no space for grocery anymore. But this has a big cargo space at the back, so it's perfect. Hi, I'm back home. This little girl still not feeling well. Oh, look at your eyes. Look at her eyes. Hi. Still smiling. Down video again. We'll just continue the story time here. My due date was in July of 2024, but I started my maternity leave a month earlier because I had a feeling I might give birth earlier than my due date. So I worked until the end of May, and I started my maternity leave in the beginning of June 2024. And ladies, I tell you, always trust your instincts, because I was right. I gave birth in the middle of June. I was just about 37 weeks along when I gave birth to a healthy baby girl. The experience of giving birth in Canada was quite different from giving birth in the Philippines, especially when it comes to costs, or should I say there's no cost here in Saskatoon. So it's really totally different. Not just with the facilities, they're kind of similar, but it's mostly on the cost. My mom also had a short vacation with us, of course, to meet her new apo. And since it was summer, we had a mini vacation, though we didn't go somewhere far because we had a tiny human with us. So instead, we stayed in Saskatchewan. We enjoyed the lakes in Prince Albert. It was just a 2 to 3 hour drive, I think. And since I was on maternity leave, I've just been mostly at home taking care of the baby until now. And yeah, overall, the quality of life here is better than it was back in the Philippines. I mentioned earlier that better is subjective, mainly because our careers were more established back in the Philippines. We also had a house, though it was under mortgage, and we didn't have monthly car payments back then. But here, we are just renting an apartment, making monthly payments for our car, so that's additional expense. And we are rebuilding our careers. Though it was a good thing that we did not start from scratch. We were able to leverage our experience from the Philippines and continue working in our respective fields here in Canada. So far, Canada has been good to us, to our family, and it's hard not to love it here. As for the weather, though, I love that we get to experience all the four seasons. My favorite actually is winter. It's not a popular thing to like the winter, but I love winter, followed by summer as well. But yeah, weather, it's pretty much okay. Because it's not every day that you get to experience minus 50 degrees. But it's fun. What? Well, there's a lot of reasons to love winter. Well, for me. But there are also challenges when it comes to winter, especially when you have a house. Maybe I still love winter because we're still not maintaining a house. So we don't have too much of a maintenance. But yeah, come winter time. And it's the new year. We're starting our third year here. This 2025, we are looking forward to saving up for many plans. It will be another steady year for us, probably. I will be going back to work in June, and that would probably be the biggest adjustment for us. Figuring out how to manage our schedules now that we have a little munchkin. We have to work around her. Yeah, 2 years have gone by pretty quickly. We are very grateful and thankful for all the blessings, for our wins, both big and small, and even for our losses, which have taught us valuable lessons and provided redirection. We will just continue to embrace where life takes us here, where our new chapter as a family of four takes us. But aside from our life here in Canada, we've also reached a milestone here in our channel. We already have 1,000 subscribers. OMG, when I first saw it, it's like, Sorry. Ang OA. But no, thank you guys so much for making it happen. We reached 1,000 subscribers last December. I wasn't expecting for that to happen before the year ended because my channel has been growing so slow. Although I have thousands of views on some of my videos, but yeah, I really didn't expect it to happen at the end of 2024. But yeah. Anyway, again, thank you so much for making it happen. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and come along with me and my family's immigration journey as we roll through where our life brings us here in Canada. And yeah, it's in my plan to upload more videos. Some informative videos, some about how our life has been here in Canada, some tips, some, a lot of something. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching on today's video. You guys stay safe, stay happy, and always choose to be kind. I'll see you on the next one. But yeah, the next goal is to get this channel monetized. Char! Oh! Hindi siya talaga char. Char, not char. Okay, thanks. Bye!